What is happening today, my More Squad? We are back with episode 11 of Talk More Sports, hosted by me, your main man, Hudson Moore. All right, y'all. Yesterday was conclusion of the 2025 USA Track and Field Championships, baby, in Eugene, Hayward. Oh my goodness. This has to be one of the greatest USA Track and Field Championships of all time, and I mean all time. But in my lifetime, best ever, without a doubt. I mean, so many great races, so many great performances, great rivals. I mean, seriously, it was a great weekend to watch track and field here in the United States of America. Truly, truly was. It was so much to talk about. There's too much. I mean, we could go all over, but we're going to dive into what the biggest things were. So, with that being said, let's just dive right on into it. All right, so first, we got to give a big shout out to Melissa Jefferson, being the first woman since 2003 to complete the double in the 100 and 200. Now, keep in mind, I was born in 2003, right? So I'm 22 years old. So in 22 years, no woman in USA history has completed the double in the 100 and 200 meter. But Melissa Jefferson did. She did it. First one in 22 years. 22 years. I'm 2003, 22 years old. And she did it. 100 and 200. Running a 10.65 and a 21.8. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So, this girl is something special, right? Because last year in Paris Olympics, we were kind of thinking, you know what? Good for her win the bronze medal. Maybe she's not going to be any big threat in the future. And not to say a bronze medal is still a bronze medal, but we were looking more towards Sha'Carri Richardson and Julian Alfred and even Gabby Thomas, obviously. But nonetheless, her taking that bronze was just like the announcement to the world that, hey, I'm here and I'm here to stay. And boy, has she had a great 2025 season so far. I mean, it's been historic and it's been amazing. With that 10.65 she run, number fourth all time fastest in women's USA 100-meter time. Fourth fastest in USA time. Fourth fastest. Outstanding. And to still complete the double. And what she did at the Grand Slam track season, not losing one single time, collecting that $300,000 extra grand prize money. Oh my goodness. Big shout out to Melissa Jefferson. And also, case in point, too, only girl in that 200-meter final to break 22. Everybody else ran 22 and she was going to run 21 seconds. She was the only one to run 21 seconds. That's insane. And also think about this. Gabby Thomas. Gabby Thomas, who is the reigning 200-meter Olympic champion. She barely, and I mean barely, made it into the World Championship team. She had to sit and wait. And this girl, Melissa Jefferson, kicked her ass, running a 21.8, 21.86. Big shout out to Melissa Jefferson, man. Congratulations. I am so excited to see what she does at the World Championships against Julian Alfred, Gabby, Sharika Jackson, all these great, phenomenal track athletes, all these great women sprinters. She's made a name for herself. She's now one of the best right now in the game, without a doubt. And I think she could now truly win that gold medal in the 100 meter. I truly think she could. She could beat out Julian Alfred, who's the reigning Olympic champion. And who knows? Maybe she could go out and get a double in the 200 meter. You never know. Anything could happen. But what she's done at these trials at the USA Championships, there's a big possibility that it could happen. There's a big possibility. So big shout out to Melissa Jefferson, man. You are carrying yourself with such great pose and just great finesse, and I'm loving it. I am just loving it. And after all, with the whole thing with Sha'Carri Richardson not making the world team, well, she made the world team for the 100 meter, obviously, but let's be let's be honest, people. She's not really going to do much, unfortunately. She's just not. And with the whole arresting that happened last weekend at SeaTac Airport, there's just a lot of things she's just going through. So good thing for Melissa Jefferson to carry the weight and just carry it all the way through. I just cannot wait to see what she does at the World Championships. She will definitely win a gold medal, 100%. I would be shocked at this point if she doesn't. I would be very shocked. So big shout out to Melissa Jefferson. And big shout out to Donovan Brazier of the 800 meter winning the USA title. Big shout out to this man. We all remember this dude. Back in 2019, he was the world champion. He was up here. He was up here. In the last few seasons, straight down to the bottom. injuries, personal issues, all and such, etc. And now this dude came out of nowhere, running the third fastest time in the world and winning the USA 800 meter title. Third fastest time this year and bringing home the title as well. Huge shout out to Donovan Brazier. I remember when this dude won the world championships in the 800 meter back in 2019. And we're like, man, this kid, he is the future of the men's 800 meter, especially for USA. I cannot wait to see what he does in Tokyo and hopefully in Paris. But no, this dude just fell off the map and off the world. And what he's done now this season, man, big pat on the shoulder, man. Big round of applause, man. Seriously. Congratulations to Donovan Brazier. Seriously, I what this kid has done is amazing. I really, really hope he wins a medal at the World Championships. Maybe even gold. You never know. If this kid could come out and win the USA title, why can't he win gold? He's got the third fastest time. What if, right? What if anything could happen? It's track and field. As a former sprinter competing at the collegiate level, I know this for a fact. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. So I cannot wait to see what this kid does at the World Championships and being back in his first international competition since 2019. Man, big shout out to Donovan Brazier, man. Big shout out, huge shout out on. Oh, I cannot wait to see what this kid runs. I cannot wait to see him winning a medal. Hopefully he does. Hopefully it's gold. Hopefully it's gold, and I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. I really do hope it does. Sydney McLaughlin, right? She's not the GOAT. As I said before, I'm a big advocate of this. She is the queen. The queen, I tell you. She's not the GOAT. She's the queen. The only girl in the 400 meter final to break 49 seconds. To break 49. She runs a 48.2 off from breaking the American record. Sydney is something special. And again, I was a bit advocate for her possibly taking the 400 meter more seriously last season, going into the Paris Olympic Games. I was a big advocate for it. But, she did more for training and to get in better shape, which is nothing wrong with that. But I think with her being the greatest in 400 meter hurdles, try doing the open 400. What do you got to lose? Nothing. You have established yourself as one of the greatest track and field athletes on the women's side in history and overall, too. So you got nothing to lose. But still, I mean, she won't be competing in the 400 hurdles. She'll just be competing in the 400 meter flat, which, it's fine if she's not competing in the 400 hurdles. It is what it is. I'm not too worried about it, right? She's the greatest of all time. She has all the world records, all the gold medals, all the world championships, everything to back up her resume. So, and she's only 25, 26. So go out and go win a gold in the 400 meter. Just keep building up that resume. Keep stacking those medals. You got nothing to lose. You are the greatest of all time already. Go out and do something different. You got nothing to worry about. You got nothing to lose. Try it. See what happens. So I cannot wait to see what she does. And the fact that she was the only girl in that 400 meter lineup to break 49 seconds is insane. Insane. Seriously, it was something special to watch. And I cannot wait to see what she does at the World Championships in September. It's truly going to be amazing. And I'm so excited to see what happens. I cannot wait. Big shout out to Kung Fu Kenny, right? Winning the 100 meter title in 9.79. 9.79. Keep in mind, Keisha Thompson of Jamaica currently is the number one leading time with a 9.75, right? And number 6 all time in the men's 100 meter list. With Kung Fu Kenny running this 9.79, keep in mind, when legal too, he can go out and win a gold medal as well. He could be the biggest threat to Keisha Thompson to win the gold medal at the World Championships. Now, when we look at the 100 meter lineup, right, we got Oblique Seville, Jamaica. We got Noah Lyles, obviously, with the bye, being the reigning world champion. We got Tobago. So we got some good 100 meter sprinters along the way. Even Marcel Jacobs of Italy, right? So we got some good 100 meter sprinters. But just looking at Keishane and Kenny, they look like the two guys to do it. They truly do. And I'll even take it a step further. Seeing what they're running, maybe one of them can run a 9.6. Somebody can finally break the 9.7 curse. Because it's been almost 10 years, man. 10 years since we've seen somebody break a 9.7. And you know what's even funny? We always talk about, who can break Usain Bolt's record. Can they break the 200 meter? oh, can they break the 100 meter? A lot of us thought, okay, maybe they could break the 100 meter because the 200 meter, a 1919, oh man, who could ever break that? But seeing Tebogo, Gao Gao, Aaron Knighton, seeing these kids run 19.7, 19.5, 19.4, 19.6, on and on and on. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe that 1919 is not as safe as people think it is. Maybe not. But nobody's broken a 9.7 in a long time. In almost 10 years. Nobody's run a 9.6 in a very, very long time. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe I think whoever wins this gold medal in the 100-meter lineup for the men's final might break a 9.7. Somebody might finally run a 9.6. And I think it'll be that person who wins gold. Now, maybe it won't be Kishane. Maybe it won't be Kenny. Maybe it could be a Blake Seville. Maybe it could be Tobogo. Maybe it could be Noah. Heck, maybe a Marcel Jacobs. He was a former Olympic champion in the 100 meter. You never know. But I feel like in this particular 100-meter final in the World Championships, I think somebody's going to break a 9.7. Somebody might run a 9.6. I don't know who, but there's always a possibility. If Keishane's running a 9.75, why can't he run a 9.6? Kung Fu Kenny coming out of nowhere running a 9.79. World Championships. He knows how to compete. He knows the expectations. He knows under the big lights. Maybe he could go out and run something even better to really be like, hey, I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay, right? So you never know. So I'm really looking forward to between Keishane Thompson and Kung Fu Kenny. But we're going to end today's show on the biggest topic, what everybody has been chirping about. And it was that 200-meter final showdown between Noah Lyles and Kenny Bednarek. Oh my goodness. Okay, this race was insane, right? I truly believe that Kenny was the favorite. He looked like the favorite going the last 180 meters. But that last 10, 20 meters, Noah Lyles was just hawking him down, staring right into that man's soul. And then as they crossed the finish line, Kung Fu Kenny pushing Noah in the back, and then having that little chirping right before their post interview after winning. Oh my goodness. See, this is the kind of rival that track and field needs, right? This is the kind of rival that we truly, truly need. Now, we know, like with Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark, that's kind of the rival in the WNBA. And that's kind of what's really getting everybody's attention and viewerships, obviously. But this is kind of what we need for track and field with Noah and Kenny. Now, granted, it's two Americans, but still, these are two best Americans, probably the two best consistent sprinters right now in the game, in both the 1 and 2. And now for the fact that Kung Fu Kenny has a legitimate chance to beat out Noah and possibly win a gold medal in the 100 meter, or even at least medal over Noah. But now Noah Lyles coming in 200 meter, now looking like he can still be the first track athlete since Usain Bolt to win 4 200-meter world titles. First one since Usain Bolt. Chance to win 4. 4! But with Kung Fu Kenny, it's never. There's always a chance. There is always a chance for Kung Fu Kenny. Because again, Noah Lyles has a new world leading time of 19.63. Kung Fu Kenny, 19.67. Not that far off from each other. So when we look at these two dudes, I think it's going to come down to either one of them being the world championship. One of them is going to be the world champion. Could it be Noah for that 4th speed, or could Kung Fu Kenny finally eclipse Noah and become the new world champion? Finally be on the top with that nice shiny gold medal that he's been chasing since the 21 Tokyo Olympic Games. And oh my goodness, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Because if we were getting this kind of attention already and this kind of rival in the USA Championships, you can only imagine what in September is going to offer in the World Championships in Tokyo. It's going to be spectacular, and I cannot wait to see what happens. I truly cannot wait to see what happens. Now, as I said before, I've always thought Kung Fu Kenny was the favorite, but I always said if Noah Lyles can run a time that puts him in the conversation, then we can never discriminate Noah. We can never take him out of the picture because it is Noah Lyles, for God's sake. It is Noah freaking Lyles. If he was to run a time that could be in a contention, we may have to have a different conversation. And boy, did he. And now I'm thinking to myself, even though I love Kung Fu Kenny, who am I kidding? It's Noah Lyles. He can just do it. Whether if it's early, late in the season, it's Noah Lyles and he can do it. So I'm so excited for this 200-meter final in the World Championships. This is such a great weekend to watch track and field. If you're a track fan, I loved it. I'm sure everybody out there listening loved it. And I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us in September in Tokyo, Japan. I want to thank you, everybody listening out there. Comment down below. Like and subscribe. Come on, people. We're trying to get my subscribers, man. We're on this new journey together. We're learning new things every other day. Hit that like, subscribe button. Comment down below. And with that being said, we'll be back with more.